Boy, it's your boy Wax One back with another reaction video. If you're new to the page, just do one thing for me. Like the video so it can get recommended. That's all you gotta do. Today, we reacting to a fourth grade teacher caught in predator sting. That's the title of the video. Now, man, it's a lot of predators out here. I understand that. I remember being a kid, matter of fact, and I forgot that teacher name. One of my teachers used to, well, a couple of my teachers, man, and not even just my teachers, but I used to hear stories about how teachers used to flirt with the young women, the young girls at the school, and I think one of my teachers got fired before. I forgot his name. Matter of fact, one of my other teachers had got caught sleeping with one of the kids, man. And I say all that to say that it's crazy that that is still going on today. I feel like the world be really worried about the wrong shit. Like, I think that it's very important to watch these teachers as well. Like, not just the teachers, but all the other shit that's going on in the world. But man, the teachers, how are they getting away with this so long? You know, are the parents not checking up on their kids? Are the kids just being secretive and scared to speak up? I don't not know, but man, I think we need to pay more attention to these type of things because that's sick as hell. And yeah, bro, we finna get into this video, man.
Like I said, I've read all of the text communication between you and this child, and it's highly inappropriate for any adult to have with a child, let alone a fourth grade teacher.
Okay. Ross Ashenfelter, a 42-year-old fourth grade teacher, was arrested in a sting operation after sending inappropriate messages to a minor.
You're going to prison?
That's out of my wheelhouse. That's not.
You need to. So, hey, you need to go to prison. You feel me? Hell yeah. You sending texts. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe not prison, but depending on what you did, I'm gonna keep watching the video and I'll let you know if you should go to prison. You feel me? It's the fact that he asked if he was going to prison. I ain't heard now one apology come out his mouth like, man, I'm so sorry. And even though it's not a mistake to text a minor, at least you could be like, y'all, man, forgive me or something. First thing come out his mouth is, am I going to prison? Man, get on.
In August 2025, the Catitas County Sheriff's Office launched an undercover operation aimed at catching online predators. Detective Drew Sinclair posed as a 13-year-old girl named Claire in an effort to trap the suspects. The ad was simple, just enough to see who would respond. And within hours, someone did. The response messages came from Ross Ashenfelter, a 42-year-old fourth grade teacher and administrator at Lake Roosevelt Elementary School. Ross believed Claire was real. All he saw was an ad and an opportunity, and how he chose to respond would...
Now see, what be going through people's minds when they decide to do stuff like this? I've done heard this type of story too many times. It's like, can y'all not get people y'all age? Where does this mindset come from? Like, what possess you to talk to a minor when there are older women out there that's attractive? And it's like, bro, if you can't get a woman your age, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just like, you can pay for shit nowadays. You can pay for anything, you know. So I don't get why they be talking to minors.
For the rest of his life. At first, the conversation looked casual. Ross responded to the ad like it was just another arrangement. He asked basic questions, and Claire
what they
still...
say, I assume 1,000 minimum. I can cash up and maybe you could take a picture. Man, you nigga sick.
as a 13-year-old, mentioned locations like Ellensburg. But very quickly, the conversation shifted toward money. He asked what it would take to move things forward, and then he requested something. He wanted a photo. So, Detective Drew Sinclair sent a decoy image of a young-looking teenage girl. Ross didn't hesitate. Instead, he kept going, as if this wasn't new to him at all.
I thought that's what he was doing. I thought that's why he said he wants to send her money for pictures. So, am I wrong for saying that I would low key, even though like this is a problem, and take them down? Like that ain't. Let's get this out the way. I do not stand for this, right? Predators, all that type shit, they deserve prison. Like they deserve to the worst, because that's not cool. But if he's giving away $1,000 that easy, man, I want to make fake accounts and create like fake 13-year-olds and pretend to be like them. And man, I'll probably run up a bag. I'll probably get so much money doing that if it's that easy. If he just handing out money. You feel me?
That's when the tone of the messages began to darken. After Ross revealed his age, Claire suddenly pulled back. But this wasn't real fear. It was part of the operation.
Then he lied about his age and said he 38. Whole time he 42, according to this video. You gonna lie to a minor and say you 38. Nigga, that's still old.
Because
what do you get the person who can have hand-breaded, bold-flavored, crispy, juicy chicken tenders?
Because the detective wanted to see how he would react. As the texting continued, Ross's intentions became clearer. What started as casual conversation shifted into something deliberate. When they discussed
it's the fact that he put his job on the line for this. First day back is a lot, huh? Oh, to work. Back to school, but not as a student.
Ross sent Claire a receipt showing he had booked a room at the Comfort Inn. The reservation was real, and they also discussed payment. After negotiating, he agreed to pay $700 for the night and even mentioned covering the cost of Plan B. Basically, birth control. That detail alone shows how far ahead he was thinking. By this point, detectives had more than enough information. Through the messages, Ross had revealed personal details about himself, including where he worked.
Lock him up. Lock him up. Cause what you got the business of telling a 13-year-old where you work at? Like why would you do that? A 13-year-old, why are you telling her where you work at? Especially that you work with fourth graders, you teach fourth graders. Well, man, look. They finna go bust his ass. I don't even think he cares.
So, on October 13th, 2025, officers drove to Lake Roosevelt Elementary School, where Ross was reportedly handling administrative work during a school break.
Hi there. Are you Mr. Ashenfelter?
Hi.
Are you Mr. Ashenfelter?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I'm Detective Hoffman, Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, hi.
Right now I want to tell you you are under arrest, so do me a favor, stand up, put your hands behind your back for me.
Excuse me?
Right now you're under arrest.
It's the fact, like, he had a straight face with everything, and man, it's like the innocence that you would think that he had, the way that he was just looking like, hey, after the police was like, hey, are you such and such? It's like, yeah, how are you doing? Like, people, it's like you can't even predict no more. Sometimes you can't tell who's the weirdo, but nowadays, it's hard to tell, bro. Everybody be out here doing crazy stuff, bro. From a person you least expect.
Okay. This is Detective Sinclair right in front of you.
Yeah.
He'll explain kind of what's going on.
All right.
As detectives approached, Ross looked completely calm. Even when he was
Exactly.
told he was being arrested, his expression barely changed, as if nothing
Yeah.
serious had just unfolded. Still,
Man,
even during
if they tell me that I'm under arrest, and I know that I'm gonna think about every single bad thing that I done did in this world. I don't even care if it's back in 2010. I'm gonna think all the way back, right? And if somebody say I'm under arrest, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get quiet. I'm gonna think, damn, what did I do? Then I'm gonna be like, yo, dang, what did I do? But the innocence of him, knowing that you was texting a 13-year-old, how does that not come to your mind? You know?
initial interaction, Detective Drew Sinclair did not immediately reveal that he was the one behind Claire. He continued the process carefully, letting the evidence speak for itself.
I have reason to believe that you've been in communication, inappropriate communication, with a 13-year-old child that lives in home. Apparently you told her at some point last week that you were going to come meet up with her, and and then you didn't. So she told her mom that she'd been talking to a teacher. We did some investigation and found out that teacher was you.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
Okay.
Okay?
Any weapons or anything on you, sir?
No.
No.
I would like to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on,
Okay.
see what your mentality was, why you did or didn't show up.
See, now, this is what I stand for. This type of predator video. If you go on my YouTube, them other videos, sometimes it be seeming like they do it for entertainment. You know, and I understand, like, yeah, you have to get your entertainment out of it, but when are you going to be serious? Like, when we gonna get the cops involved? Like, when we gonna do something about this? It just seems like, oh yeah, you're wrong, you shouldn't have done that. And after the video is good, yeah, back to normal, you can go back to your life. I like this because they actually putting them under arrest, and it just seems more serious. They got all bodyguards around, ask him if he have weapons on him and everything. Them other videos just be like one person and don't ask him if he have weapons or anything. They just be like, you know you're dead wrong for that. Okay, yes, he's dead wrong, but what's next? What are we going to do about the situation? Because like I said, not everybody is going to care what you have to say to them. It's some crazy people out here in this world, you know, that's willing to fight and don't care that they're sleeping with minors. So you can't just all the time tell somebody that they wrong and expect them to just sit down and be ashamed. So yeah, I like this. I like this type of setup that they doing.
I'm relieved that you did not.
No.
But I would still like to talk to you about that because it is something that she said was an ongoing conversation for quite some time. And we have all of those text communications between you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, Ross's entire future seemed to flash in front of his eyes. When detectives told him they had the full chat history, every message and detail, his face changed. The calm expression faded. He went
Okay.
pale. They read him his rights and began questioning him.
So I want to make sure you know that we are recording.
Okay.
Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law.
Okay.
You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer, have him present with you while you're being questioned. You can afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish.
Now I understand. Because I know at the beginning of this video, I was like, damn, he didn't even say he was ashamed of anything that he done. The first thing he said was, am I going to prison? Okay, now it's making sense to why he said that, because all of his nerves is coming and he realized that he just got caught. You thinking of the worst, like, damn, am I finna go to prison? And I understand now. I see where he coming from. But still, I wonder if he's going to ever feel ashamed about it and say that at least it was a mistake, even though it's not a mistake. But I just want to hear him say, like, you know, he's sorry or something.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer questions, or make any statements. Do you understand the rights I read to you?
Yes, I do. No statements.
No statements? Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming this is going to be important, we're going to want to take this with you.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes. Okay. What's the process here?
So, like Detective Sinclair said, he'd like to speak with you, but of course you have the right to not speak to anybody if you don't want to.
And he's decided not to.
He doesn't want to make these statements right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is these guys will transport you back to Ellensburg, and you're going to get booked into the Kittitas County Jail for communication with the minor for criminal purposes.
Is there a simple way to do this?
Like how?
Instead of booking and...
Well, it's a Class C felony, and we take communications and the potential, like you took some pretty good steps towards wanting to have.
I low-key thought, hold on.
Officer material? It isn't what you wear, it's who you are.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna make a website.
The child.
Y'all, I low-key thought with these predator tests, when you catch them, I was thinking that you have to catch them in action with the child. Not literally doing anything, but just enough evidence, like sitting there with them. I didn't know a simple text could send you to jail. You know, because can he be in denial about it? Like, can he say something like, well, somebody hacked my phone and somebody else was texting? You know, anything that he could just think of and say. I thought that was the reason why I thought you have to catch them in action, you know, in order to send him to jail. But I guess you can send him to jail, even if he texting.
So that's a big deal to us.
Okay.
It should be a big deal to you.
Detective
And technically, the child wasn't real, was she? Didn't they create all of that? It wasn't a real child. Because when he asked for photos, I can't remember if they sent fake photos or not. Y'all remember that? Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, but if the child wasn't real and they was pretending, like they was texting him, right? But if the child wasn't real, how was this even like, how could he even get sent to jail for that?
made it clear
Wait, protecting children has long been the top priority for law enforcement in our community, and we will continue to use our abilities and resources to pursue anyone who will kiss me. Salute y'all for that. You know, we need more of that in our area. When I was growing up, I'm talking like I'm just old as hell, but man, we needed that growing up. Some serious law enforcement about this, protecting children, because there's some creeps out there. Low key, the cops be creeps they self. But yeah, y'all, I just want to know, if he wasn't texting a real child, how can he be sent to jail?
this was a serious felony, the kind that can permanently damage a person's future. Trying to meet someone underage with inappropriate intentions is not a small mistake. It's a major crime. Yet, with all of that evidence in front of him, was he really going to deny it? What would he possibly say now?
Cause right, like, say if I just make a fake account right now and I fake like a 13-year-old and I text somebody that's older and they responding with all of these sexual intentions. So I can just report that to the cop and send them to jail. That's how that worked. I thought that you needed more evidence.
When the proof was in his own words, what excuse was actually left?
So I guess I'm failing to understand how you would like to simplify things.
It did not happen. So,
You didn't communicate with a child?
I never met with her and I never intended to.
No, okay. I don't want to ask you any questions because you've said that you don't want to provide a statement right now.
Yeah.
I would like to know more of what your version of events and your side of the story is. But until you decide that you kind of want to waive your Miranda rights and have that conversation, I really can't ask you any questions.
How long is this process?
You'll go to court tomorrow, and then bail will be set.
Am I going to prison?
That's out of my wheelhouse. That's not anything.
I mean, jail. Do I need to stay the night or jail?
Yeah, you'll have to see a judge before. You'll have to go to an arraignment or probable cause hearing for the judge to determine that there's probable cause, and then he'll set a bail amount. And basically, if you do bail out, some criteria that you have to follow, and one of them is probably going to be that you don't have any contact with children.
Okay.
So you probably won't be allowed back to the school for the foreseeable future.
So, as expected, Ross denied everything. He said it never happened. He claimed he never intended to meet her. Then, what were those messages about? What about the hotel receipt he sent? And what about the money he agreed to pay? If he never planned to meet her, why take those steps? None of it was a guess. It was
And this is why I say you have to catch him in action. Because like I said, can he just deny it all? And once he deny it, yeah, he agreed to it. Yeah, you have the receipts where he paid for the hotel. But there's a million excuses he could give y'all. So can y'all really do something about this?
It was written in his own words. And even knowing he was facing a felony charge, he chose to deny it. But beyond the charges, there's something harder to ignore. Ross wasn't just some random man online. He was a fourth grade teacher, someone trusted around children every single day. So, if he was willing to take those steps with someone he believed was 13, what does that say about his judgment?
Yeah.
And can parents really feel comfortable knowing?
Exactly. So if anything, I would bring it to the principal's attention, who's ever over him, and the other teachers on campus attention, if anything.
Standing at the front of that classroom.
Is there any way, or I'm not going to run and I'll show up, is there any way to not need to go all the way to Ellensburg?
No, we're going to Ellensburg today.
Okay.
Like I said, I've read all of the text communication between you and this child, and it's highly inappropriate for any adult to have with a child, let alone a fourth grade teacher.
Okay.
Finally, reality was settling in. When detectives told him they were taking him to Ellensburg and reminded him they had read every message, calling the conversations highly inappropriate for any adult, his composure started to crack. He looked tense and was sweating. His expression said more than his words ever could. He even admitted it was wrong. And that's the part that stands out. He knew he was wrong. He understood it. Yet he still chose to do it.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Can I contact an attorney or my union rep?
Yeah, when we get to the jail, both Deputy Myers and I work to the jail. That's part of the process. When you get booked in, is that they'll help you get a hold of an attorney, get that stuff going for you. It's not something we do generally en route to the jail.
It looked like his first ever time going to jail too. He looked nervous as hell.
Yeah. But you'll have the availability to make those phone calls and set up those arrangements. One question I have for you is there somebody we should contact for you so you don't just disappear for the day?
Yes.
Let somebody know that you are okay and you're alive, you didn't get kidnapped or something like that.
Yeah.
And secondly, do you take any medication?
Yes.
What kind of medication?
Zoloft.
Yeah, that must be embarrassing. Like, even though you did it, it's still embarrassing to just be like, you make a phone call like, yeah, I'm in jail because of whoop, 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 XYZ. Or he get in jail and go see the judge and they have to talk about this. That's embarrassing, bro. You getting locked up for that. Ain't got no business doing this shit, but that's your fault.
Anxiety medication?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you take any, just take anything for high blood pressure, diabetes?
No, I also take, sorry, brain dead.
Take your time. And do you have asthma, by chance?
No, I also take,
What's it for? That's easier. The names are tough sometimes.
it's for weight loss.
For weight loss?
Yeah.
Okay. But nothing you say is life-sustaining. The Zoloft is important, but
Yeah.
not life-saving. Okay.
I can grab that.
Is
Gonna
it,
stop by.
Is it in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he needs it, we should.
Okay. Yeah, we can arrange. We'll have to read you some consent stuff about going inside your home.
In that moment, it seemed like he finally realized how deep he had put himself into this situation. The charge, the jail, and the court, and the reputation he had built as a fourth grade teacher, slipping away in a matter of minutes. Everything he worked for was now hanging by a thread.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Is it necessary to handcuff me? I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, right now, when we get to the car and you're sitting down, we'll move into the front because it is a long drive and they do kind of suck behind your back. But our policy requires us to have people in our car in handcuffs.
But they will be moved to the front of your body.
Yeah, but we'll move in the front so it's not you're not sitting on it the whole time. Okay, let's head down to the car.
The search warrant does include your car. We're gonna search.
Well,
your
my students will not be ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
Man,
So
you
he
should've
said
thought
something
about
that-
Man, my students should. Man, you should have. Man, you ain't to be trusted around them students no more. Matter of fact, thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm about to go report to your whatever it is, person that's over you, the principal, whoever. You might not even have a job no more after they hear this. Fuck is you talking about? Like, what you expect? Oh, you have students? I'm supposed to feel sympathy? You can finish getting them ready for school. Man, how would that feel? The principal come in and talk to the teachers tomorrow. I meant the students tomorrow and tell them, yeah, he got arrested because of, but he got y'all schoolwork ready though. Man, them kids ain't finna care. Stop playing with me.
Almost didn't make sense at the moment, as if tomorrow was still normal, and he would just walk back into that classroom
Exactly.
and continue teaching like nothing had happened.
It's over with.
After everything that just unfolded, he still spoke as though this was a temporary inconvenience,
Exactly.
not a life-altering situation.
Yeah.
The reality hadn't fully caught up with him yet.
The chief's gonna contact the superintendent and let them know.
Like I said, this is a super serious situation. But only thing I don't understand is that how are they taking him to jail if they have no physical proof? Like, he wasn't with a minor in person, you know? I need to learn my rights, I guess. I need to learn more about this because only thing it was text. And he could have just lied, right? Couldn't have he just said, that wasn't me? Only thing that may have gave him up is if they brought up that receipt. If the car was in his name when he bought that hotel, that's the only thing they could really say for evidence.
Moments later, the process moved forward, and he was escorted out of the building. He was no longer a teacher standing in a school hallway, but a man facing the consequences of his own choices. A warrant covered his phone, and his car was taken as a part of the investigation.
Yeah, it's in there. We're gonna serve a warrant on it.
How far away are your medications?
Let me make sure his house keys.
Imagine walking through that school. School probably out, but I mean, I'm sure it's other teachers there. I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell the police, can y'all put a plastic bag over my head? I don't want to be seen. Fuck all that.
Mr. Ashenfelter, would you like us when
But
we're done?
you did,
We'll
though,
follow
so-
you to your house too. I want to
Yeah,
leave
no.
this stuff at your house and not in. Does that make sense? So we'll do a really quick search of your car, and then we'll drop these off at your house if that's okay. All right, thank you.
That's his.
Oh, excuse me. I was going to talk to Special Interrupt just to let her know where I'm going.
Yeah, we'll let you go. Hold on.
She's right behind us.
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah.
You're the union rep. I hear.
I was.
Every Raising Cane's chicken finger is cooked to order to perfection. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'll give it to him though.
True strength comes from persistence. Spurs grit aligns with Hay Bike's
Last year.
I would give it to him though. He is owning up to it. He's standing on it. Even though I have no respect for him, he's standing on what he did. I'll give that to him. He's not in denial about it. He seems nonchalant about it, but hey, He's standing on it for the most part.
We're
She
going to
know our body
Ellensburg
cameras
to
around
be
just so you're
booked.
aware.
Okay. What was that?
I'm going to Ellensburg to be booked.
Okay.
You probably want a union rep for service.
Okay.
little shock right now.
Melissa's our union rep. Alyssa Sieber. Do you want me to reach out to her? Or
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
You know my number?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Can we verify?
I've been booked for inappropriate communications, but I've done nothing, so.
Okay.
And we wrote that down so you can have it for jail as well. For the phone number.
And you're in Ellensburg, so I can let Adam know?
Kittitas County Jail,
Kittitas.
specifically.
Probably next will be reported.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give him a call.
He couldn't even meet her eyes. He wasn't in any position to ask for help, not with everything unfolding the way it was. And still, he kept denying the wrongdoing, expecting people to believe he had done nothing at all.
Exactly.
How could anyone accept that when the
Exactly. They about to look right into this. That teacher's not finna believe you. But hey, whatever make you feel comfortable.
evidence was already laid out? It's hard to imagine what that moment felt like for the staff, watching someone they worked beside every day being taken away under circumstances like this.
How long is the booking process?
It depends on how busy the jail is. Typically pretty quick though.
Okay. Can I stay overnight or get released?
You'll stay overnight.
Okay. Yeah. Online communication is want to avoid it. Yeah. Not good.
How long
Not good at
ago
all.
was this?
Look for that way to see less people potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'd want the same thing. Yeah, real quick. Your phone wallet's got a MasterCard in it.
That won't work.
That won't work?
It's, well, if I, that,
The Goldman Sachs, I think, or the fancy New York bank name.
this, it's a white card.
Yeah.
I don't think that's activated.
Okay. Is there another card? There's another card in the house.
Yeah.
Do you know roughly where it is?
Maybe where the pills are in the top left top.
Damn, Ned, what police is this nice to go to your house and do all of this, bro? That's what's low-key been going through my head. What police is willing to drive all the way to your house and, you feel me? Like, what if you got to his house and some, man, where do it get that good? That's crazy to me that they this friendly with dude right here that's a whole predator, but I ain't gonna even make it about that. But I gotta make it about that. They so friendly with the dude that's the predator, even though no offense to him, offense to what he's did, yeah, but him as, like, he ain't did nothing wrong right here. He's very calm. But how they so comfortable with him, but to be ready to kill somebody that did something smaller than this? Like, he's a whole predator out here. I'm not going to your house to do nothing. You finna get booked. You feel me? That ain't right, bro. That's crazy to me.
Door. Okay. Or the bottom left.
And what kind of card am I looking for?
Just take as many as possible.
As many as possible. I can do that.
Even after all of this,
But how
he was
y'all
still
this
trying to
friendly?
laugh it off, like the situation wasn't as serious as it clearly was. He tried to stay nonchalant with the officers, as if keeping things light.
I can't lie. I hear the voiceover person with what he's saying, but in my opinion, it's not even that he's trying to laugh it off and be cool with the officers. It's the officers for me, to be honest. Like, apparently what he's doing is working. Shit. What he doing working for the officers. They done drove to this man crib. Man, if I say I need you to go to my crib to get me some pills or whatever, and y'all go, man, that's all I need to know. You feel me? I can convince you anything. That's just my opinion, though.
Somehow soften what was happening. But in the end, that attitude didn't help him at all.
Well, I'm glad I'm confident I didn't do anything besides what's on my phone. So, it's factual. Do you have any that are in the actual original data? I do have an original data. I just had to come back in. I was counting them in the morning because I was off and I was figuring it out.
You live by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. but unzip this, make sure you didn't have any other pocket.
All these ads, bro. Damn.
A slow Mac drags you down.
Good. Just so you know, there is going to be a...
He was formally charged with communication with a minor for immoral purposes, a Class C felony under Washington law. The investigation was conducted alongside the Washington Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force.
And it should be in the record, but like I was saying, sometimes government is slow and efficient and
I do
not
have
the
a
best
record
at
of it.
paper
I
keeping.
could find it if I could look for it, but I can't be in there. So.
Yeah, don't stress too much about that. We're talking pretty far down the line that'll become important or needed, and that attorney can help.
I just have the documentation. It's been expunged.
Was it filed out of Oregon?
It was filed in Oregon.
In Oregon, was it in Medford County, or whatever kind of
Around
Medford's
that area,
in?
yeah.
Do you remember what Corporal Martin are conducting the copy of the warrant itself and a list of property, if any, that was taken in pursuit?
He posted it and was released under strict conditions, including no contact with minors, no unmonitored. Bail was set at 100.
That was taken in pursuit to the warrant. So you'll actually have a copy to see what the warrant was and what they were looking for.
Then, on October 14th, 2025, his bail was set at $100,000. He posted it and was released under strict conditions, including no contact with minors, no unmonitored internet access, and no presence in the Cooley Dam area. However, he pleaded not guilty in Kittitas County Superior Court, and his trial was scheduled for January 14th, 2026. As of now, the case appears to be ongoing. If convicted, he could face up to 5 years in prison and mandatory offender registration. So, what do you think?
Damn. They on his ass. Shit. They doing their job. Now, that other YouTuber that's named Gideon, that I'll be reacting to if y'all go to my page, he do something similar to this, but for some reason, I feel like that's just more so content. It just seemed like he do that for the clicks. Like, yeah, he be serious because they're predators, but it just seemed like he get his own kick out of it, in my opinion. You know, I still watch his videos, and you know, I salute him for taking action, but this seemed more serious and legit. Like they're actually doing something about it. Now, the only question that I have is, how is it this serious? Like, how did it get to this point of his bail being all of that or whatever, when technically he didn't do anything? Now, I guess, obviously, he didn't have to do nothing. They had enough evidence. But if that's the case, that got me questioning all of the other videos I was watching where they let them guys on the loose, let them be free about the situation. And the whole time I was thinking they let them loose because they don't have enough evidence. It just seemed like they tried to give him a warning or something. But this, they serious about him. So, you know, I salute the whole situation. It's nasty work that he's a 4th grade teacher. But y'all got a lot more to go, I'll tell y'all that. And I'm not even talking about only where y'all are. I'm talking about around the world. Like, it needs to be a team formed together to catch straight predators and take serious action on it. But yeah, man, if y'all enjoyed this reaction and y'all want to see me react to anything else, it could be crazy, it could be funny, it could just be entertainment. Y'all let me know down below. Yeah, man, Wax One.